Why executions? Why not just kill people?
Yeah, it was a question I asked myself. It was probably a bit too savage for what we wanted to do with the game. And so, yeah, we looked at games like Gang Beasts. We wanted to present something like a Souls-like combat system, something that had a lot more depth to it in the way that you approach the combat. I see it more as like puzzle combat, strategic combat. And so we looked at games that were more streamlined, but still had a little bit of strategy in the way that you approach the combat. And games like Gang Beasts really kind of shone for us because there is the physics there. You've got the chemistry, like the lava level. You can, even when you're climbing, you're using both of your hands to pull yourself up and climb. There's a lot of agency to the controller, but they lean heavily on the physics and the unpredictability of the physics. And that's something that we didn't want to do. And so when we approached the design of the game initially, we were really talking about how could we take the more precise kind of engaging combat of Elden Ring and then marry that up with the more streamlined structure and character control of something like Gang Beasts. And that was quite a bit of a challenge because you've got the randomness of Gang Beasts. You can't just throw a spear and have that go randomly somewhere. That actually has to be precise in where it kind of lands, right? So yeah, and for me, the execution points, they're really the way to kind of end the game or end the match. I see it as like the pinning mechanic in like wrestling, right? When you pin someone with a 3 count, that means you win. That's classified as a win. It's not getting their life down to 0 or anything like that. You could do your finisher, get them to 0, and now they're knocked out, but now you still have to cover them for the pin, right? So it's a similar dynamic here where you knock your opponents down. If they're staggered, then the HP is to 0. You can then pick them up and execute them. And that execution is basically the metaphor for finishing off with a pin.